Welcome to the Amesite Inc. presentation. Before we begin, there are various forward-looking statements that may be provided on this call, and investors should be aware of the high risk and smaller capitalization securities. Additionally, 17B payment disclaimers can be found on our site as various companies have paid for conferences and/or research services. With that, I'll turn the call over to Anne-Marie Sastry, the Chief Executive Officer. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Hunter, and thank you everybody who's able to join today. I appreciate that. I'm going to share a screen. Again, thank you so much for the opportunity to present at this amazing conference. My name is Anne-Marie Sastry. I'm the founder and CEO of Amesite Inc. We are NASDAQ AMST. Today, I'll be walking you through the purpose of the company, our accomplishments so far, and what the market outlook is for us. We believe we have an incredible opportunity right now, as we believe our stock is at a very favorable buying price. And so we'd be happy to talk with any investors who might want to become part of our story and join the team. So without further ado, here are our forward-looking statements. And let's get right into our investment highlights. Amesite is an artificial intelligence software as a service company. We provide a learning platform that can be licensed by any organization that wants to deliver learning, whether it's a company delivering learning to their own employees, a university delivering learning to alumni who want to upskill, a nonprofit who want to deliver learning to drive revenue, or a government agency involved in workforce development. The 5 investment highlights are listed here. We are an enormous market opportunity, first off, addressing multi-billion-dollar online learning markets in business and education. Learning has moved online for professionals, nearly 100%, and learning in all segments has grown online. Why? It's because it's convenient, efficient, and it's the way of the future. The problem is learning hasn't been a great experience online. So the market opportunity for companies that can make learning online an excellent experience is enormous because these markets are growing and they're hungry. Second, we have a unique model for a transparent B2B business that creates an opportunity for growth and revenue for our customers. We're easy to use. Amesite stands up services in as little as 24 hours, and we can deliver 10 to 15 custom programs in as little as 30 days. So if you're a university and want to provide upskilling to professionals, your alumni, you can do that in as little as 24 hours in a system branded to you. We are a class feeder in terms of the ability to work with organizations very efficiently. Third, Amesite has a proven technology that scales with efficiency and interoperability that our customers need. More and more businesses are relying on SaaS, software as a service solutions, for all of their business functions. And being able to integrate with other solutions is very important. That's something that our competitors just don't do, but we do. And we have a proven technology that does so. Fourth, we have successful products. Amesite is a little over 3 years old, again, NASDAQ AMST, and we have products that customers love in 4 different segments. We have strong focus on technology and design that create great user experience across all these segments. And that gives us an excellent shot on goal to achieving the kind of growth that we and our shareholders desire to do. We have proof points on the technology already. Fifth, we're strongly differentiated from our competitors in markets that urgently need technology and meet the demand for growth. We're a different kind of solution. Where others say we don't integrate, Amesite does. Where others brand to themselves, we brand to our customers. Where others say develop your own content, we say if you need content, we'll deliver it for you. Amesite is strongly differentiated from all these segments because we view ourselves as a Swiss Army knife of education and the Spotify of education, incredibly easy to use. Talking about Amesite's wins and our roots. My own background is I'm an engineer by training. All of my degrees are in mechanical engineering and applied mechanics. Undergrad, Delaware, and PhD, Cornell. After my doctorate, I went off and programmed on the Big Cray at Sandia National Labs, where I was a multiphysics computational scientist, and then was recruited by the University of Michigan, where I served on the faculty for 17 years. I was the Arthur Turnow Professor of Mechanical, Biomedical, and Material Science and Engineering. While at Michigan, I started 2 large research centers, one in bioscience on intracellular signaling and another on clean tech, electric vehicles, power electronics, motors, and the like. And I also started a large online graduate program called Energy Systems Engineering that quickly grew to become one of Michigan's, and still is one of Michigan's largest. It was completely online because at the time, it was clear to me that it wasn't technology that was a problem in clean tech. It was the people. We weren't educating people to do the kind of work the society needed. People were graduating from engineering school with perhaps one class, if they were lucky, in batteries or wind or power or solar. And we needed to up the ante. We needed to provide materials so that people could access those jobs. That program was very successful, but the tools I had to deliver with were very poor in my view. The Canvases, the Blackboards, the Moodles, the T2Ls, very important companies, but the user experience hasn't been great. And if you've been watching the news during the pandemic, you know that people were dissatisfied with the online learning experience. That's where Amesite comes in. The markets are hungry. People need online learning, but they need it to work. Why do people stay online? Social has never been a problem, because social media use artificial intelligence to drive engagement. That's what Amesite does for learning. Learning was missing out on a technology that can vitally help people stay engaged in a learning experience. And to anyone who cares about education, I would say this: if you care about education, make sure you work on the learning experience, because if people don't stay, you haven't done anything. Amesite delivers over 98% retention across all of our programs, from high school kids, 13 to 19, all the way to seasoned executives at Ford Motor Company. Amesite delivers programs that work for people. That's why we've been able to close sales in all of our segments. We closed sales in government, winning a competitive bid for workforce training with Michigan. We've completed a successful Ford pilot for Ford Motor Company, and we've become the sole learning platform for a couple of different organizations as well, including the InHub at Henry Ford. You'll notice that all of these platforms have a name. That's because Amesite's products brand to our customers. If you're a university and you want to deliver learning, you can deliver on your brand in 24 hours, selecting materials from our catalog, using your own materials, or using materials that we make custom for you. Some of the quotes from our customers, our users, are in the middle section of this page. Amesite's platform is easy to use. Why on earth would you make a learning platform that you have to learn to use? It's ridiculous. A learning platform should be like a transparent pane of glass. You should go onto the learning platform and start learning. We want people to stay in the experience. And everything Amesite does, from the sophisticated code base all the way through our design that makes our platform never more than 2 clicks deep, makes it easy for people to stay, makes our customers look good, allows them to grow revenue and ROI. The technology is the reason for that. We use artificial intelligence to drive unparalleled engagement. AI is used in every platform you can imagine outside of learning. So for those of you who consume music in Spotify, if you had to imagine what it would cost to have human beings follow you around and say, well, do you want to listen to hip hop this week? Or do you want to listen to jazz? Or do you want to see what's new in classical? It would be extraordinarily expensive. It would be completely absurd to even think about that. That's where AI comes in. AI had not meant learning markets. Amesite uses artificial intelligence to serve up content that's relevant to what's being taught in the learning experience. Most people, when they're in a learning experience, use the publisher model, and the material they're looking at can be 8 to 12 years old. That's normal. That's normal in our industry. In the Amesite experience delivered for our customers, you get just-in-time information that's relevant. So if you're taking an electric vehicles course on the Amesite platform through one of our partners, say Wayne State University, you're not only getting the fundamental and canonical material, but you're also getting the latest happenings. Tesla's plant in Berlin, what's happening with drive-by-wire. You're getting all of these articles in your newsfeed that have been curated by our algorithms. Our bots read hundreds of thousands of articles a week and make sure content is fresh so that our learners get a great experience. Additionally, we have all the technology in one place, so people don't have to fiddle or fumble with different credentials. Everything you need is right on the platform. That allows us to capture valuable data that allow us to continuously improve our product. We also have a privacy and security policy that's unparalleled. We not only don't sell our data to third parties, we don't allow third parties to look at our data. That makes our users secure and allows us to grow fast and engage customers that have reasonable concerns about security. Their data never leave their siloed space. Our efficient infrastructure management allows us to scale out of the box. So we're addressing enormous markets with a scalable B2B solution that customers love and is built to grow. So meet Amesite. These are some shots from our platform. As you see, it's clean, simple, and easy to use. We look at Apple and Spotify and companies like that as design inspiration rather than the current LMSs, which have not always gotten the best reviews. Very important, vital companies, very important, vital growth. Now, the important thing for learners is they get an experience where they actually want to stay. And again, Amesite drives over 98% retention across all of our products. Our fully managed, customized learning environments allow us to deliver learning in anything from a first-year undergraduate course to a high school program to a senior executive course. Soft skills, hard skills, you name it. We've taught all kinds of different products on the platform. That learning experiences are very, very diverse. And it's been very gratifying to see what we're able to do for customers who think that they have to get stuck with an old-fashioned LMS. They can have access to new technology affordably and scalably with us. Because we are unique in our focus on the user experience, we try to partner with companies that we feel are best in the world. Microsoft is one. Microsoft is the largest and most important software in the world with a market cap of nearly $1.9 trillion. Amesite has become a Microsoft partner. The significance of that cannot be overstated. As a partner, we're listed on Azure Marketplace, which is Microsoft's cloud. So all of Microsoft's business customers can see our solution and are able to inquire about sales. We believe that this channel is going to be very, very important for us in terms of driving revenue. Also, we worked with Microsoft's senior engineering team to move on to the Azure cloud. And as you see from the quote at left from their director of partner strategy at education at Microsoft, they want us to get these solutions out. Why? Microsoft, of course, wants to drive impact. They want to drive revenue on the Azure cloud. And when companies that have high growth potential move onto their cloud business, they drive revenue in cloud services. Amesite is well positioned to scale with Microsoft. Additionally, having the Microsoft imprimatur is important to our customers. Our customers care that we're buttoned up and we're using the best in class technology and we have scalable architectures. Now we're able to reach a vast network of professionals. We're able to help deliver new innovations, launch necessary programs, and drive workforce development, all with this partnership, which we're very excited about. We're very excited to tie our brands. Our mission fundamentally is to improve the way the world learns. All of these other sectors have moved ahead, music, retail, banking, because they use artificial intelligence. The experience is sticky and engaging because our bots are reading their bots are reading all kinds of materials and serving up content that's interesting. Amesite has brought that to learning markets. Our bots read hundreds of thousands of articles a week, curate the content and serve them up. Additionally, we use advanced data analytics to understand how people learn and what they're doing on the platform to continuously improve our product. Our customer, by the way, is not our product. Again, we don't sell or share data, making it possible for people to sign an agreement with us with increasing concerns about safety, cybersecurity, and cyber safety. We've been recognized already with technical and business awards. The company has already won 9 Workplace Excellence Awards, 3 of them national. And some of our other key accomplishments are as follows. We've won sales in all of our major sectors. We've become the sole learning and development platform to some of our customers. And we've delivered industry-leading retention rates, over 98%. We've secured nameplate customers, and we are well positioned for growth just when the world needs it. We feel fortunate to be able to work on this problem at this time. Our model and markets are here. We have SaaS flexibility and scalability, and we target high margins in ARR. We have setup fees, course creation fees, maintenance fees, and user fees. And it's easy for businesses and organizations to sign an agreement with Amesite and just get going. We stand up services in as little as 24 hours and can stand up 10 to 15 programs that are custom built in as little as 30 days. If you have been around universities, you know that universities don't often move fast, and that's because teaching schedules are often planned out 18 to 24 months in advance. So universities can't deliver these programs quickly. Partnering with Amesite, they can. Businesses is very fast. Businesses can partner with Amesite and set up learning programs that are bespoke to their company in a matter of days or weeks. The markets for this are absolutely enormous. In enterprise alone, $169 billion. Higher ed has over 16.6 million learners. And importantly, higher ed has 10 times the number of alumni than they do matriculated students. So in an era where university revenues are shrinking, the highest growth area is in alumni markets. 10 times the number of living alumni as matriculated students is the stat for most universities. And so Amesite offers a way to unlock revenue potential for them. Government markets are also enormous, over $3.6 billion, and Amesite has entered that segment. Let's look at enterprise solutions. And you can see a quote from one of our customers, CEO of the Henry Ford Museum, who uses us for all of their learning programs. They say that the results they've seen so far have been unparalleled. Amesite is a solution that scales easily for them. So as organizations realize that their digital presence is their front door, that the way for them to grow is online, Amesite provides an out-of-the-box security, scalability, and set of solutions that allows them to drive revenue. We meet all of their L&D needs, and we brand to them. This is very important, and it also is a big differentiator in the industry. Amesite stands up services on our customers' brands, allowing them to deliver a digital twin or a digital presence that actually honors the organization rather than looks like something that's a bolt-on or an add-on. Amesite solution is intrinsic to the organization. The numbers, again, very impressive. The worldwide market for SaaS, for worldwide market revenues from SaaS solutions projected by the end of this year to be $151 billion, or at the end of next year. 73% of organizations will be using all or mostly SaaS solutions by the end of this year, and 93% of CIOs say they're already adopting SaaS solutions. Amesite is at the intersection of all of these mega trends and brings unique solutions to learning. In higher ed, Amesite is a solution that drives revenues for universities. We deliver ecosystems that create revenues for universities, and we create the content as well. As Dean Farshad Fatui says at our partner Wayne State University, Amesite is the most advanced online learning platform in the market today. We take great pride in that, and we also always design our technology to deliver better results for our customers and to drive revenue for both them and us. We deliver experiences that build loyalty and annual recurring revenue. The delivery of the programs is pay as you go. You don't have to license an enormous catalog if that's not what you need. Those companies are great, and that's an important solution. Our customers want solutions that are particular to their organization, and Amesite delivers those, whether they want to create their own content, whether they want us to create it, or they want to license it from someone else. All of that can be delivered on the platform. In government, Amesite is a solution that drives revenue for agencies. Workforce upskilling and reskilling are needed more urgently than ever. And you can see the quote at left from the executive director of the government agency, Michigan Works Southeast, that we've closed business with. Delivering a single, easy-to-use, scalable solution is essential in workforce development. In this era, 84% of state governors have agreed that workforce development is a top priority. 80% is the increase in workforce development funding in New York alone from 2019 and 2020. And those numbers, we believe, are only growing. Amesite is an out-of-the-box solution for workforce development. This is an important tool in economic development nationwide, and Amesite stands ready to deliver. And we've, in our first outing in government, we actually won a competitive bid. We answered an RFP and we beat all of the rest of the applicants. So we're very excited about that and excited about growth in this segment. In terms of case studies, if you visit www.amesite.com, you can view some case studies. There are videos, they're very short, and hopefully they'll be interesting to you. This is one of them, and I'll walk you through that case study. As the Chief Learning Officer at the Henry Ford says, InHub is the embodiment of that dream to make learning accessible, and Amesite's technology is making that possible. Again, Amesite always brands to our customers, and Henry Ford's system is called InHub, and it achieves their vision of being a global force for innovation, invention, and entrepreneurship. Amesite also enabled them to access their 26 million primary and secondary source artifacts online because our technology integrates. So whereas our competitors will often no quote a company that says we need you to integrate a certain function, Amesite quotes and delivers on that. Why? It's because our code base is scalable and we're able to deliver solutions that integrate with other SaaS solutions. Wayne State University is another case study, and you can see from the quote at left that they trust us to enable them to scale, and together we're having great impact. The programs that we're delivering with Wayne State University are enabling people to get upskilled in areas that are vitally important to society and vitally important to their own employment. As we know in engineering, engineering has changed a lot, and people are graduating with degrees that don't have a single course in electric vehicles, while the automakers are continuously turning to EVs. Amesite is a solution for universities and for companies that need to rapidly upskill people. The technology is summarized here. We use AI to improve learning. We drive engagement with fresh, relevant content and analytics, and our architecture enables us to continuously innovate. We use best-in-class code and architecture. We're built with tools that enable out-of-the-box scalability and integration with thousands of APIs. And bottom line, Amesite technology supports simple, scalable designs the customer loves. We are the embodiment of being AI-driven, scalable, secure, and offering best-in-class features and integrability. The investment landscape for us is summarized here. There are learning management systems, content curators, and platforms for the future of work, all of which will see major growth. We are disruptive to learning management systems. We do things very differently, and we deliver results that are unparalleled. In terms of service providers, we continue to expect that this sector will grow, and we also offer service provision as well. And in terms of platform of work, we're absolutely a platform for the future of work, along with Workday and Atlassian and companies that are seeing a tremendous growth. And we believe this segment is going to be enormous, and this is very much how we're rooted. We stand at the intersection of three megatrends: AI growth, online education growth, and SaaS for business growth. We are all three. We're an AI company, we are an online education, and we're SaaS for business. Our board is exemplary. I'm proud to work alongside these amazing people. Mike Losh is the former CFO of General Motors and of course chairs our audit committee. Gil Oman, the first and former CEO of the entire Michigan health system. Richard Ogawa, general counsel for Infi as it was acquired by Marvell for $10 billion. Barbie Brewer ran talent at Netflix, and Anthony Barquette and George Palmer, amazing real estate entrepreneurs and professionals on the East Coast and West Coast, respectively. So I'm very honored and proud to work with these amazing people. So with that, I'll end the formal presentation. I'd be happy to take any questions that the audience may have had, Hunter. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you, Anne-Marie, for the update. So we did have a few questions. One was, sort of, could you outline the path you see to scaling customers and revenue?
Yes, we're in four major segments: university, business, nonprofit, and government. And we've closed business in all of these. The path to scaling revenue is simple. We're driving marketing to B2B. And additionally, we're working in the Microsoft channel, which we believe is going to be very important for our company. So we have multiple ways to scale, both through partnerships and through building marketing capability. It's important to note that our spends in sales and marketing were quite small for the first part of our history as we worked on our product. We validated our product and we delivered excellent results. And if you look at the case studies online, those are our most valuable sales assets as we drive attention to our product. We've also announced some more recent wins, including CUNY, City University of New York, which is a big win for us, along with the government win.
Absolutely. And I guess I would also be curious your take, there's obviously a lot of the virtual learning and a lot of the, in-person starting to return. I know like Chegg, which was, in the space, the stock had a massive decline because I think some people returning back. For you, obviously, you work with the universities and I think maybe benefit a little as people return as well. So maybe I guess just, the take of, how the company benefits from the virtual versus in-person learning.
We benefit from the mega trends. And so as some people return to work, some needs are going to diminish. Ours isn't one of them, because if you look at what's happening when people are returning to work, what companies are trying to do is figure out, when can we let people work flexibly? They're not asking the question anymore, how do we force people back to work? Because they'll lose the war for talent. If you look at the stats, they're very clear. 52% of people won't even take a job that doesn't offer at least some flexibility. And so you can't afford to say no to people wanting flexibility. In the hierarchy of what you allow people to do online or what you encourage people to do online, learning is right at the top of the list. The vast majority of professionals want to learn online. It makes sense for their lives, their families, their leisure activities, whatever. Nobody wants to go and sit in a classroom and have 40 people sitting in a room looking at one person at a podium. That makes no sense. It adds no value. That platform has to allow engagement. If those conditions are met, that's a no-brainer. Every hour you spend on training can be made online, make your employees happy, and fit the mega trend. So we're the opposite of that. Whereas some businesses are positioned where return to work is a real threat, return to work is a real benefit to us because it enables employers to deliver flexibility.
Absolutely. And going off that point, you also announced a Microsoft collaboration or partnership. Maybe you could just touch on, why that was chosen and kind of the benefit to shareholders potentially.
We are super excited to be a Microsoft partner. Their senior engineering team worked with us to move us onto Azure. And we announced in the last quarter, rolling out V4 of our platform. V4 of our platform enables out-of-the-box scalability, and we can stand up services in 24 hours flat. So that positions us beautifully to scale the company and scale revenues and deliver values to our shareholders, because we can stand up services fast. So when we have a deal, we can close it, announce it, and set up services, all because we're on what we believe is the world's most advanced cloud architecture.
Absolutely, it makes perfect sense. And the other question was on professional education. Are you seeing more in this? You kind of touched on it, but degrees or certificate programs, the trade off, and on the job learning. How are you viewing that?
Yeah, great question. In this era, we think the chance that people will put their career on hold for 2 years and go do a master is very low. An aggregation of learning experiences that are highly relevant and short in nature are much, much more beneficial. Short courses actually pay off more. So when we look at the future, can Amesite deliver both? Yes, we can deliver both. We're incredibly good and have a footprint at delivering these professional upskilling programs, 6 weeks or so, where someone can get a tail hook into the future and be relevant and put that on their LinkedIn, put that on their resume, and go advance career-wise. For companies don't want to do 2 years of training on a topic. They don't want their employees deep diving on, stuff that's not relevant to what's being taught. And for companies, we're a very agile, fast, efficient solution for companies to upskill so that they can execute on their strategic plans. Every company in the world wants to be a digital business. Every company, whether it's the corner bakery that wants to have a QR code to online order, or whether it's the world's most important cybersecurity firm, every company needs to be a digital business. Amesite enables that, not only by offering them a training solution as a customer, but also as a SaaS solution in general. The companies need that.
Great, thank you for the update on it. Another question an investor asked live. How do you sell your product, a direct sales team, and how many salespeople? And the follow-up, another investor asked, kind of related, how many employees does the company have now, and how do you view the growth? I guess it's balancing, obviously, the cash budget, but also the growth you're seeing.
Let me answer the second question first. We have, I think, 22 or so employees in 14 different states, and we have another development team in South Asia, where we've had nearly 100% retention. That's supposed to be impossible, but the answer is just treat people nicely and they stay. And so that was great. We've won 9 different workplace excellence awards. And whereas some companies are struggling to get talent, Amesite is not. We have an outstanding culture and we're able to recruit. In terms of growth, we think that we can deliver a lot with the crew we've had, with the crew we have, and we're growing for sure. But we don't need to grow our ranks in order to deliver our product. And then get me into the first question second. We built a scalable system that allows us to launch services in 24 hours. As I say, this last quarter, we announced V4 on the platform, which enables us to launch very, very efficiently with the crew we have. And if you look at the most profitable companies in the world, their revenue to employee ratio is very high. That's what we're targeting. We're not targeting to have to grow a huge number of people in order to grow our revenue. We built the system specifically to allow us a relatively efficient small crew be able to deliver for lots and lots of customers. In terms of how we close business, we have a sales force, and we've made public announcements on some hires we've done, and you can look on LinkedIn for that. That's all public information. How we market is we use a lot of digital marketing, and you can see our ads on LinkedIn and Facebook and so forth, and you can see our messaging there if you go to our sales page. We focus our message on our segments, and we also deliver a lot of assets like ebooks and blogs to help our customers and nurture them through the sales process. Typically, how people find out about us is because we've delivered an asset that explains some important element of the future of learning, whether it's how universities can grow revenue, how businesses can develop important programs, or how government can launch workforce excellence programs or workforce development programs with excellence. And then they inquire about getting a demo, and then we close the deal.
Absolutely. And I would think your background in education, having worked in educational institutions, would be, a great benefit for the sales process, because the budgets they have and sort of the process. And also, I remember Blackboard, even like, high school, middle school, it was the worst tool I could ever think of compared to like Amazon and these, you click on your phone, everything's super efficient, never any stress. So it just seems like there's a lot of opportunity in your segment. And given you have a very strong team, should be a pretty big runway. Given the size of, yeah.
It is. It's been a great frustration to me. I mean, people say you start a company because you're ticked off about something, and that's probably true. I mean, it's anybody who says they're interested in education has got to be interested in making the experience great. It's completely absurd to say that, I'm an advocate of education, then people should come to a learning experience regardless of whether it's good or whether it's terrible, and they should just stay and take their medicine. That's ridiculous. When we think about the learning experience, we have great passion and great focus on making that experience awesome. We want people to stay, and all of our technology, all of our design is about that. From a business perspective, we make it very easy for our customers to stand up services 24 hours flat, branded to them, deliver any program you want. There's a question in the chat about self-service models. We believe that we are as close to that as we can possibly be at this point. We enable our customers to launch products on the platform very quickly, and we have a business model that's scalable. It's by the slice and by the user. So depending on your user band, you can license the platform very efficiently. And if you want to license the platform, if you're a small team, you can do so. Our pricing model allows you to do that. Our deal sizes are typically between 50 and 150K. We think increasingly that our business will be enterprise is the highest growth area, we believe, but we can offer services to anybody in any of the segments that I mentioned.
Absolutely. Yeah, you could do sort of the small, mid-sized business, and then the enterprise customers, obviously, that have, larger budgets. There's no reason to think it couldn't eventually be, 500K, $1 million for bigger companies, or millions. So if they have that, yeah.
We're focused on that repeatable sale, and we've created a technology that allows us to launch efficiently, so our sales aren't constrained by slowness in tech, right? It would be a nightmare. People see the platform, they like the platform, they love the platform. You see what our customers say about us. I mean, this is all public, and it's very important to us to continue to build so that we never miss an opportunity because we're slow on tech. The tech was designed to be launchable and be very fast, and we believe that we can achieve high growth on this model.
Great. No, definitely. It sounds like, there's a lot of runway. So again, we're a little limited on time now as we near the end, but I want to just provide any investors that we didn't get to your questions. Anne-Marie, where can they find more information, or what's the best way to kind of learn about the company and investing?
Please email info@amesite.com. And, obviously we're happy to set up discussions and so forth. We're always happy to have people join the team and join the mission. And our shareholders are amazing. Our stock is at a low price right now, so we think it's quite a bargain. Guidance is out on us by benchmark at $7, and I think we stand at 140, 150 like that. So we believe that there's a lot of runway, and we believe that it's potentially a very good buy opportunity.
It sounds like it, definitely. So again, appreciate the update today, and investors, you have the information if there are additional questions.
Thank you so much, Hunter, and thanks everyone for joining. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for presenting.